Interpretation of the 40th verse of Sura Al Ahzab. It is reported from the words of Jabir Abdullah that the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, I and the previous prophets are like a beautiful and magnificent building, in one of the corners of which a brick is missing. People walk around it and, surprised, exclaim, if only this brick lay in its place. I am this brick. I am the last of the messengers. Interpretation of the 51st verse of Sura Al Ahzab. It is reported that Aisha said, I was always jealous of those women who offered themselves as a gift to the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and said, Can a woman give herself? Delay visiting any of them at will, and keep the one you want near you. If you want the one you previously put aside, then it will not be a sin for you, I said. I see that your Lord immediately fulfills all your desires. This hadith was narrated by Ahmad, al-Bukhari, Muslim, and others. It is reported that Aisha said, after the revelation of the verse, you can postpone your visit to any of them as you wish, and keep the one you wish near you. If you desire the one that you previously removed, then it will not be a sin for you, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. If he wanted to go instead of one wife to another, he usually asked permission from one of the wives, whose turn was for this day. She was asked, What did you say in such cases? She said, I said, If it depended on me, then I would not give you up to anyone else. Narrated by Ahmad, al-Bukhari, Muslim, Abu David, and others. Interpretation of the 53rd verse of Surah Al Ahzab. It is reported that Anas Malik said, When the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, began married life with Zainab Yash, he arranged a wedding feast and fed the audience to the full, with bread and meat. On the morning after the wedding night, he, as usual, visited the rest of the mothers of the faithful in their rooms, greeted them and prayed for them. They also greeted him and prayed for him. When he returned home, he saw two men there who were talking to each other. Seeing them, he left the house, and as soon as they noticed this, they immediately left the house in a hurry. I don't know, I was the first one to report this to the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, or someone else. When he returned, he entered the house and lowered the curtain, blocking me out. And then the verse about the veil was sent down to him, O you who believe. Do not enter the houses of the Prophet unless you are invited to a meal, but do not wait for it to be prepared, do not come in advance. If you are invited, then enter, and when you eat then go away and do not sit down to talk. By doing this you cause inconvenience to the Prophet. He is ashamed of you, but Allah is not ashamed of the truth. If you ask the wives of the Prophet for any utensils, then ask them through the veil. This will be purer for your hearts and their hearts. This hadith was narrated by Ahmad, al-Bukhari, Muslim, At-Tirmizi, and others.